Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, your linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. Today we're going to be talking about linking to your leap of faith. And today I wanted to talk about this video for a very, very specific reason. Because as we completed the Going to the Next Level series of videos, and as we completed the healing, dealing with your inner healing link, and then the last video of transmuting negative energy, okay, the next big thing that we can talk about is actually taking a leap once we've done all of this work. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the risk. Have you ever taken a risk? Have you ever taken a gamble? And I'm not talking the casino. I'm talking about, like, if you're taking a big risk, like maybe patenting an idea or venturing out on a huge literal adventure of a lifetime. Have you ever thought about doing a cross-country move? Have you ever thought about quitting your job and doing something that you really love? Have you ever, you know what I mean? My whole list of have you ever risk-taking is really all connected to taking your leap of faith. Now, taking your leap of faith involves two of my past videos. Like, we're talking eons ago for a couple of them. It involves trust. I think I did that video like 4 years ago. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was like, sorry, I apologize for the quality of the camera. This isn't any better, but it still addressed the idea that if you have trust issues, it's because you don't trust yourself. So if we bring that into this video, it's like if you can't take a leap of faith, how much trust do you have in yourself to take that leap of faith and know that you will be okay anyway? Leap of faith also connects to last video about transmuting the negative energy. Transmuting the negative energy from the idea and the thought of what you dream about doing, and doing it, and having that little inner voice, inner fear. And if we don't transmute it in between those two spaces, it's hard to take that leap of faith, right? So that's why I want to address this today, because we're talking about this whole movement now, from all of the healing that we've done and all the work we've done on going to the next level and all of these big things. Now, I started thinking about it in a very, very basic sense. You know, think back to your childhood. Did you ever play Leapfrog? And I'm not talking electronic ones, and I'm old school. I'm old school. Dealing with Leapfrog. Did you, in kindergarten or preschool or whatever, did you ever play Leapfrog on the grass or whatever at recess? Did you ever play Leapfrog? Or did you ever play with frogs as a child? I know. I did. I didn't grow up in the country neither. I grew up in the middle of suburbia, and I played with frogs. I rode my bike and we went to the ditch and we picked up frogs and we put them out on the sidewalk, not to have frog jumping contests, but we'd actually see if they'd actually take a leap. And you know what? They did. The frogs did. Instinctively, because that's what frogs do. They leap. They don't think about it. They just do it. And so I started thinking about that in the human context of, you know, what we do here versus what we do out there in terms of action, and what happens in between here. What occurs between that? Is it a spontaneous thing where you do take it? Is it a bunch of voices that you haven't transmuted the negative energy, so you won't take it? Like, what happens? Well, what happens is we become adults. And that whole adulting thing that I talked about, where, you know, logic and processing and all of these overthinking, analysis paralysis that we've addressed in a lot of different ways for other contexts of videos, where we put this storm of the trust and the fear and the analysis paralysis and not transmuting the negative energy and forgetting what that means in terms of how that creates this negative ball, obstacle, blockage in the middle of the pathway between the idea of taking a leap of faith and actually leaping. Why is that something that's important to talk about today, because it is the difference between existing and living. So did you know leaping is living? Leaping is living. Leaping is living. You have to live your life, right? You have to live your life. And if you think about things that you want your life to look like, you actually have to take a leap. Now, I know a lot of people get scared, or they default back to their cell system memory of the fear, or the failure, or whatever. Like, what happens if I try to do this idea and this business fails? Or what if I invent this product and nobody buys it? Or what? All of these things. Okay, transmute, which we learned in the last video. So if we apply this to the leap of faith thing, and we do all these healing and fixing and whatever, now there's just simply either leaping or not leaping. And it's a choice then. It's not a fear. And it's not a lack of trust. It's more about the vibration of what exists within you as to if that's really truly a conscious decision of something you want to do, have in your thought process of desiring to have as an accomplishment in your life, or a venture that you tried, or a risk that you took on yourself. On yourself. Not on anything. Yourself. So I'm going to ask you this question now. This is a very thought-provoking, deep question. Do you trust yourself? Are you worth the risk? Are you worth the leap? And will you leap for yourself so you can live and not just merely exist? Will you leap to change your life? Okay, that's more than one question, but you see where I'm going? It's deep. It's deeper than deep. It's deep. But it's worth thinking about, because at that point then, we can actually address what happened from the child that used to play leapfrog with the frogs jumping on the sidewalk picked up from the ditch, to the, I'm sorry, I just go back to that automatic pilot, to the adult who actually does that for their best life. For their best life. Okay? Now, everybody has their own timing, but all of us right now, collectively, as humans and souls right now, before we enter this whole new moon phase, next eclipse phase, all of this stuff, we're all being asked to take a leap of some sort. A leap to change a life we don't like, a leap to change conversations we need to change, a leap to change the way we think, a leap to change, anything that isn't serving us. All of these things. It's a big laundry list of things that we have to take a leap on doing and acting upon, taking action upon, and applying, so we can have that transformation that I talked about in the last video, as we're all being asked to rise to the next level that I talked about in the last 9 videos ago, that I started in the 4 video series of rising to the next level, going to the next level. That's what we're being asked to do. So as we started this whole process from June on through July, and getting through that whole transformation process, this is what I'm talking about as to what we need to look at next. But it starts with where you are, and taking the leap and trust of faith, like in yourself, in making that leap, and asking yourself if that's something that you want to do for you, for your best life. So do some exercises. This is what I want you to do next. I want you to think about, what would your life look like if you didn't take the leap? What would your life look like if you did take the leap? And what would your life look like if you just leapt anyway? If you just did the leap anyway? Those 3 things. Doing it, not doing it, doing it anyway. Okay, because in that you're going to have a pros and cons list. I know you're human. I mean, all humans do that. And then just leaping anyway, and being open to chance, open to the possibility, open to the infinite possibilities of what would happen if you did that for you. So think about that, work on that as your next level, and transmute those negative energies in between and heal anything in the past that's preventing you, that's creating the blockages for your leap of faith. And let me know if you decide to leap. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Linkronicity, blogspot.com, and go to Linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. I hope you have a wonderful day taking your leap of faith.